All right, everybody, welcome to Travel Man Dan, and get ready for an amazing episode. Have you ever wanted to walk through the Tiananmen gates into Tiananmen Square? Or have you ever wondered what's inside the Forbidden City? If you have, today's episode is gonna be awesome, because I'm out here in Beijing, China, at the Tiananmen Square in the Forbidden City. So sit back, relax, and get ready for this amazing episode. Let's go check it out. All right, here we are. We're standing at the main gate right here. We're about to walk through, of course, the famous portrait of Mao that is well known around the world, and you can see the amount of people that have traveled here to see this great gate and inside the Forbidden City. One of the things that you can notice is the presence of the military here and the Secret Service. I don't think anybody would ever stand a chance at getting over these wires to damage that photo, but it's pretty interesting. And we're about to walk through the gates, the massive structure. It's wow. Hey, how you doing? Check her out. Stopping to take a photo. Buoyancy. All right. He was running up ahead to take a photo of Travel. Maybe she watches Travel Man Dan. All right, so here we are. We're walking through the first gate. Wow. That was awesome. And now we have walked through the Tiananmen gate. And a lot of people think that the Tiananmen gate is the gate to walk into the Forbidden City. It is not. All right, so this amazing, massive structure is the Tiananmen Gate. Obviously, if we walk back through there, that's how we get to Tiananmen Square. And a lot of people think that this is the entrance into the Forbidden City, but it is not. You have to keep walking through this extra little courtyard, and then what we're about to walk through right here, and that is the gate to get inside the Forbidden City. Let's get a closer look, and let's walk through that gate. Holy crap, that's a lot of people. We're gonna go ahead and pretty soon get ready to start walking into the Forbidden City. Man, this has always been a dream of mine ever since I was a kid, and I seen the movie The Last Emperor. Mike Capella, you know what I'm talking about. But here I am, we're about to walk into the Forbidden City, and the history of this place. It goes back to the 15th century and is about 500 years in the making. Okay, so once you've walked through the Tiananmen Gate, then you walk through this gate behind me, and then you're in another courtyard, and then you're about to enter the Forbidden City through this gate. Da-na-na-na. This is called the Meridian Gate, and it is the entrance into the Forbidden City. You gotta buy a ticket to get in, and if you're here in China and you live here, you probably already know everything runs on Alipay or WeChat Pay. But if you're not, if you're just visiting like myself, you have to go in one of these massive lines and purchase a ticket. In the off season, the tickets are 40 RMB, and that is between November and March. Then in April to the summer months to I believe September, it is 60 RMB. So about $10 to get in. But we're gonna go through these Meridian gates and into the Forbidden City. Awesome. Finally, we're gonna get a chance to walk through and see where this magnificent building was constructed, and what the inner workings are, and where the emperors of the ancient dynasties in China once lived. Let's go. All right, I actually lucked out. There's nobody here in line. I've heard horror stories about thousands of people in hour-long lines, so yeah, I only got like 2 people in front of me. Sweet. All right, so I'm here at the ticket booth. One thing that you gotta make sure that you bring is some form of ID. Your passport, your license, if you have an ID card, because that is your entrance ticket to get in. Once you pay, they go ahead and they record everything. They make sure that you're well accounted for, and They won't allow you in if you don't have any form of ID, so you must have some form of ID. Yeah. Talking about the Meridian Gate. There it is. Suckers, I'm going through. So let's go check it out. Thousands of years of history. Travel man Dan is now walking through the gates to walk in the Forbidden City. Oh, wow. Okay. There it is. Check it out, everybody. All right. One of the things I want to point out is the craftsmanship and the amount of detail that each piece here in this whole Forbidden City. I mean, look at this. I don't know what you'd call this. I guess it's just the top of the little railing here. But then look at it. I mean, inside of it is like a carved dragon. And you're going to see lots of dragons throughout all the different areas here in the Forbidden City. Dragons, unlike the Western world, were looked at as benevolent and brought good luck, and they would bring, it was said to bring rain. So in a city like this where agriculture is dependent on rain for food and crops and things like that, they idolized, and the dragon was symbolic to growth and the way that the civilization furthered themselves. So let's look at another one of these little rock things. I mean, check this out. Each one with precision hand carving. It's just fascinating. Even the buildings here in the Forbidden City were given ranks, and depending on the amount of mythical creatures that were on the eaves, that determined your rank. So if you look above me, you can see all these creatures right here. Looks like it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 dragons. So this building was probably ranked pretty high. And then you can see over here some more on each corner piece of the awning as dragons, or sort of typically like our gargoyles, but they were mythical creatures that gave rank to how important the building or the structure was. All right, walking through the Forbidden City. Pretty awesome. We are in another great courtyard, as you can see. If you look at the ground, it's all the original stones and bricks. Well, don't quote me on that, guys. I don't know. Maybe it isn't the original, but it sure feels like it. Because out here with this flogging stick, and you got to be careful because you're gonna trip and break your teeth. But wow, just being in the center of this huge courtyard hall, you can feel the aura, and you just feel the history. All right, now we are walking up the stairs to go to the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the biggest hall building where court was held. All of the mandarins would come here when the emperor held sessions and all that kind of important political stuff. And well, it's a pretty important building back in the early dynasties of the Ming and Qing dynasties. And what do you know? It's even bigger and more impressive than the other ones. Look at this building. Absolutely beautiful. check this out. I mean, these giant pillars, these are special trees brought in from Western China that the emperor lived here. Couple of dates to remember here on the Forbidden City. 1924 was the year that the emperor was banned and pulled out of the Forbidden City. 1966 to 1971, the Forbidden City was closed. 1987, UNESCO came in and they claimed this a World Heritage Site. Forbidden City altogether is 180 acres. That's 150,000 square miles. So there are 90 palaces and courtyards amongst the Forbidden City. There are 980 buildings within the Forbidden City walls with 8,728 rooms. You know, you could probably bring all your Instagram friends over and hang out. But not me, I don't have that many Instagram friends. But if you haven't already, go ahead on Instagram and add me at TravelManDan. The Forbidden City walls bring in over 14 million visitors from all over the world each year. It is considered to be 598 years old. Hey, we got another New Yorker. Yeah, I'm from upstate. I'm from Buffalo. How you doing? Oh, cool, man. Yeah, you having a good time?
I'm hungry and I need alcohol.
Welcome to China. Yeah. All right, see you later, man.
You making it for YouTube?
Yeah, check it out.
I'm about to say.
Well, there has been a few tragedies over the years here at the Hall of Supreme Harmony. It has actually burnt down 5 times. And the first time it was burnt down 100 days after being built, and then wasn't reconstructed until 18 years later. The second time it caught a flame, it was burned by a couple of kitchen eunuchs, and they paid dearly for it with their lives. But then it wasn't rebuilt for a long time, and actually they forgot how to build it in its original form. So it wasn't until a peasant came along that knew architecture and knew how to rebuild this intricate way of carpentry that he was able to help restore the Great Hall of Harmony. All right. Got lucky today. Actually, the air is pretty clean. It is really nice weather when you come into the sun. And this is 综合殿, and it stands for Hall of Central Harmony. I mean, the detail on this building, obviously you can see it from afar, but let me show you up close. This is like the molding on the door. And up close you can see where someone has carved or stamped out crazy dragons everywhere. So let's get a closer look at this. Such detail and preparation and craftsmanship went into all aspects of the Forbidden City, and it is truly one of the most spectacular places to see. Okay, this is the Hall of Preserving Harmony, and well, you can see right in there. Can't really get in there too close, but there's the Emperor's throne. How badass is that, huh? Man, this place just keeps going on and on and on. As you can see, we have another courtyard that leads to another gate. This is more the residential and the part where the emperor had his family, and the only people that were back here were his close immediate family and his eunuchs. Yes, that's right, I said eunuchs. They were the only men allowed here in the back part to be of service to the emperor and his concubines and his wives and all of his family and whatnot. And it was actually a great honor. And at one point, they had over 5,000 eunuchs working here. Numbers dwindled as the dynasties changed, but yeah, pretty interesting life that would be, I guess, right? Yeah, to serve the emperor was quite an accomplishment and a life that many people sought after and looked to cherish this. All right, so we'll walk through this gate right here. Hey guys, hello. Hello. Are you guys on your field trip? All right, welcome. Say hello to America. Hello guys. All right, Chinese students over here taking a little break from school and out taking in the heritage and their cultural place, the Forbidden City. Okay, hello, what's your name? Can you speak English?
No.
Oh,
sorry.
He's just shy. Oh, can you?
We are having class now. Thank you.
Oh, very good. Would you like me to join?
No. Thank you.
No. Okay, I'm getting kicked out of class. All right, see you guys later. Enjoy. 再见. All right. Even in China, I got booted from school. How do you like that? All right, moving on. Wow, walking through this last bit of gate. You can see behind me, I think this was the actual place where the emperor lived. Really cool. And then you look here, the irrigation system of these little dragon heads when it rains. And they got little holes down in here where the water would run, and then it would run out of the mouth of the dragon and keep this area from flooding. Not only did they have amazing architecture, but their civil engineering and the way that this building was structured and built was ahead of its time. You know, they have irrigation systems and intricate locking systems amongst their housings, the framing of their housing. Just a magnificent place. And I don't know. I mean, the Great Wall was impressive, but this Forbidden City is just as impressive. And yeah. Kind of lost for words how amazing it is out here. All right, so behind me is the Palace of Heavenly Purity, and this is where the emperor not only lived, but he also took care of state affairs. And it's a really massive building itself. Now let's go inside and see if we can get a peek in. It is blocked off, and they don't let you go inside the building, but still. An absolute fantastic building just to marvel at. All right, let me shimmy my way in here. This is how you do it. You just kind of excuse me. Sorry, hey. Ni hao. All right. Hello. All right, I'm getting closer. I'm in closer. All right, we're just going to take a quick peek. I'm getting there. Hi, guys. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, my. Come here. What's your name? Hi, you guys.
Yes.
All right. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? 你从哪里来?
I'm from Beijing.
Beijing. Oh, you guys are Beijing. Okay, cool. Well, my name is Travel Man Dan. Nice to meet you. I'm doing like a YouTube channel, and here on the Can you guys say Travel Man Dan? Yeah, Travel Man Dan. All right. Yeah. You guys are great. I love your country. I love this place. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. You too. Yeah. Really good kids here. Good students out here. They're just here on a field trip, enjoying it, taking in the Forbidden City, and just really nice people. Thanks, guys. All right. All right. Now. And this is where the emperor sat. That's where the emperor lived, inside of there. And well, I'm getting bumped out of the way, so see you later, guys. All right, now I'm in the back quarters, and it gets really intricate, and it's not so wide open and spread out, because this is where the emperor had his living quarters, and his family was back here. And you can see these smaller halls. And okay, so this building behind me is called Gong, and it is the building where the Empress from the Ming Dynasty lived. I mean, you can kind of see through the windows a little bit. I'll go in and get a closer look. There is some stains on the window, and it's not the best visual, but you can see the bed and like where she sat, and it's very interesting to see. And just imagine yourself 500 years ago and how the emperor and the empress lived back here. Let's go check it out. As we come to the bottom over here, we got this last gate, and that gate is the entrance to the Imperial Garden, which was the Emperor's private garden. And if you go down in there, there's a lot of trees down there, and it just gives this really cool feeling that you're in this new area where it's not this big widespread courtyard where soldiers were and where all the mandarins were, but this more intricate setting that was developed for him and his family. Wow, check this out, man. Whew. There are some really wicked and spectacular trees. You know I like trees. If you haven't seen my episode at the Fullerton Arboretum, you can check it out. I'll go ahead and throw a card up there right now, and you'll see some fascinating trees, but these trees are really beautiful. And then look at these rock formations over here. It's one hell of a garden over here. Look at this rock. Ooh, baby, that's sweet. You got all these sculptures of rocks. Check out these one-story, like, little personal pagodas. These are really cool, and they're synonymous with China, and they're just another really cool aesthetic, cool thing that's within this little back area inside the Imperial Garden. Now this is what I want to show you next, is then this is the little wall within the garden that leads to this, and it's a smaller garden inside this. And this must be where the actual emperor was sleeping and spent most of his time. Let's go have a look. Wow, look at this beautiful building right here. I mean, surrounded by beautiful trees, and you can even feel the tranquility and the peace when you're back in this little area, this little squared area, aside from all those mega buildings and the gigantic courtyards. This building right here has a really home feeling, if you will, or just one with nature, with the trees inside there, and just it's just as grand in terms of how it looks, but it just feels more like a home setting in a neighborhood. All right, so at the very end, before you walk out the gate, if you want to get a souvenir, they got a nice little souvenir shop in here. I went ahead, I got this little guy, this little fat guy, and check him out. And yeah, I think he's some type of guard or something. But if you come here and you want to get a souvenir, you still have time right before you walk out the last gate. Well, that's gonna do it for us today, because right there, that is the last of the gates. After that, you're back on the streets of Beijing. So, man, what a wonderful day out here at the Forbidden City. I hope you saw some really cool things. I hope you learned some interesting things. But most of all, I hope you were inspired to come out here to Beijing and check out the Forbidden City. This place is unbelievable, and you will not be disappointed. If you haven't already and you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that sub button, ring the bell. New videos come out every Wednesday. Leave me a comment, give me a like. Let me know where you want to see me go next. I'd love to hear from you. I'm Travel Man Dan, and remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it. Oh, there's nothing like walking through the Forbidden City and then afterwards getting a giant bowl of oh, look at these noodles. Oh my gosh. Man, and it's cold here in Beijing, so having this giant bowl of noodles is... That's what I'm talking about. Hit the spot. Travel Man Dan. It's a big world out there. Make sure you taste every bit of it.